Well, salutations everybody. How is life treating you today? What's a crack-a-lackin'? Gia Gwitch, I dare say myself. Is life treating you good? Is the Saturday going grand? How is everyone feeling, especially considering there's no football today? So I figured it would only be fair, since there's no football today, that I would put my bony arse on the line and come and give ye a wee bit of proper football. Well, I mean, who cares about the Champions League final? I mean, that's not proper football. That's a bunch of schmucks. Although I will say, it is kind of football, kind of funny with the Champions League final, that potentially the winner of the Champions League final might be playing a back five. But Katie, Toxic, Blockbuster, and Ben, what a way to start off. What's a crack-a-lackin' with all of you, my friends? Is life treating you well? How is your Saturday? And I'm going to completely hope that you believed my complete forgetfulness that today was the Champions League final. Completely forgot about it. So, not sheer ignorance on my factor, just that I completely forgot about it. But I'm doing well, Ben. And yourself, how are things going? Even better when I look back at the schedule that we've done thus far and notice that it has been all wins. Am I going to watch it? Probably not. To be honest, I have next to no interest in it. I still think PSG are probably going to walk away with a win, but I actually don't care. I'm happy no matter which one ends up getting it. But Toxic, my friend, how are you doing as well? It has been some time. I love the banana peel that you've added to your, that you have there beside your name, the Gone Bananas badge. That is beautiful. There's a significant chance that I might. But what's funny about this Liverpool team, Toxic, is it's my team. An insane amount of this squad is my team. Vanderson was mine. Silva was there when I came. Romero is mine. Seaman is mine. He's mine. Henry's mine. Jahino's mine. Henry's mine. Naveri's mine. Like, there's an insane amount of them that are mine. Willens is mine. Silva's mine. Luca's mine. Milos is mine. Bonkers that it's basically my team that I'm going up against. But it'll be interesting to see. So here's the thing when it comes down to Verts. I really like Verts. Is he worth 100 million quid? Straight? Plus 30 million in add-ons if he achieves them? Well, if he achieves the add-ons, the answer to that question is yes. Is he worth 100 million quid? Is he worth 100 million quid for ye? I don't know, because where do you play him? Is he signed to be your replacement for Salah? Or is he signed to be the centre of the midfield? At which point, what do you do with Szoboszlai? Or are you putting him over to the left to replace Luis Diaz when you sell him for some reason for almost 70 million quid, supposedly, is the rumour, which is horse manure to me. And if you're putting to the left, that's not his main position. You probably would have been better going for Jamal Musiala in Bayern Munich if you were going to spend bonkers money, if you're going to the left. So where are you playing him? Either way, it's really interesting. Yeah, I don't get that Frimpong deal. Like, 30 million was already cheap for Frimpong. How did you manage to get him for 10 million quid? So what, are you going to play him as a false nine and not play a striker? Because if you're playing him as a false nine and not playing a striker, I ask the question again, where do you put Szoboszlai? Or if you are, because supposedly you're still looking for a striker as well. Did you look at the board game? Which board game, Katie? If you don't mind me asking. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by the board game. But no, I haven't really. But that's kind of what I mean. Szoboszlai is your most offensive forward cam. Verts' main position, I did actually, yes. It looks very good. I didn't put money into it yet. That's what I mean. If you get Hugo Ateke and put him as your striker, but Szoboszlai is still your cam, and Salah is still your right wing, where do you play Wirtz? That's up. That's you already look. Whether or not that's the case or not, but that's my question. If it's the left wing, I wouldn't have gone for Wirtz. If it was the left wing, I think there's better options. But that's my point. If it's the left wing, there are better options than Wirtz for the money that you're spending. Wirtz is a fantastic player, do not get me wrong. But if it's the left wing that he's going on to, then he's the wrong option. In my opinion. I was thinking about it there the other day. I love the player. I think he'd be a fantastic signing for you, considering he can work all three of that line. But if it's specifically the left that you're going to be playing him, I think he's the wrong signing. Look. Barca don't have the money is funny because Barca always have money. They'll pluck it out of their arse. The Spanish government will pay them to be the kings. So the Barca never has money is something that never fits. They didn't have money last year and still managed to sign almost 100 million quid's worth of players. You know? Oops, give me a second.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar.
But that's where I find it funny. Either way, you're making all the right plays. Frimpong for 10 million quid this season, 10 million quid the next 3 seasons is simply fantastic. Getting Milos Krkovic for 40 million sounds awesome. My thing is with Erteke, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Erteke, you're going to be spending the guts of 50 million on him. And Florian Wirtz for 100 million is interesting. Again, we'll see what happens with them. Keep in mind, Frankie de Jong is on the last year of his contract, and someone might come in and just nick him. If they get Frankie de Jong off the books, they now have their money, Katie. Oh no, you're on about the game. Yeah, no, they need 400,000 to unlock the relics. It's at that. Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm putting anything down on it yet, but I might end up going for that board game. I'll consider it as time continues to go on. But that's my viewpoint on it when it comes down to Barcelona. Barcelona don't have the money, but with Frankie de Jong potentially going off for them, we'll see what ends up happening, you know? It'll be interesting either way. There are interesting movements happening in the industry at the moment for everyone but United. Us useless arseholes sat in our arses with our fingers on our thumb. I say that we have Cunha, which is a good sign. I still don't think. What's toxic? I'll answer that question because they're a goalkeeper away from winning the league. That's the answer to that question. They're a goalkeeper away from winning the league. And if he is good enough as a striker, which you have to have that belief in yourself, he was the other option that they needed. If he believes himself to be good enough, which he might be, why did it? He might do. He might legitimately believe that he's good enough to be the striker. Then he will end up helping them win the league. I mean it. If Chelsea go and sign a top goalkeeper in the window now, and Liam Delap performs like Liam Delap can perform with a good team behind them, Chelsea win the league this year. Honestly, I know that sounds like hyperbole and the whole lot. I honestly believe it. If Chelsea go and sign a goalkeeper, or one of their 17 goalkeepers turns out to be semi-decent, and Liam Delap performs like his stats state that he should be able to perform. If he scores 20 goals in the season, that's all that he needs. If he scores 20 goals in the season, Chelsea will win the league next year. Honestly. That's all they need. Everything else is damn near complete. They probably need a defender as well, you know? But being brutally honest with you, they're that close. Yes, obviously there are other things about it as well. Liverpool, but that's my question. Liverpool are doing so much business, and right business. They need the right back. They need the left back. They need the striker. Wirtz, as I was saying earlier on, Wirtz is the only thing that has the wee bit of oddness about it for me, based on the fact that I don't know where he's playing. If Liverpool can get all those pieces to gel together, it's very likely they'll end up winning the league. But I genuinely think if Chelsea get a goalkeeper or manage to get one of their goalkeepers to do great, and Liam Delap performs to where his stats state he can perform, Chelsea will win the league next season. Benny Coggy, my good friend, what's a crack-a-lackin' with you? How is life treating you? He gave it to me when I ended up coming into him, so I'll give it to him. Guys, do end up giving our good friend Benny a nice little showcase there. This should work now, I believe. Or is it slash? Might be slash. Might be slash. No, it should be that. Oh, there it is, yeah.
It's a direction you can fuck.
Definitely, do give them a look. People doing nothing but talking about transfer while MLS is actively playing their season. It's because the MLS doesn't matter. Blockbuster, I will state one thing about that there. Do not be shocked if before the end of the transfer window, Alisson isn't your starting goalkeeper. Do not be shocked if that's the case. I'm telling you that we will win the league. I mean, Skull, I don't think even with what we end up needing,
It's a direction you can
not without
fuck.
the realm of possibility that we can't. But at the same point in time, you're in love with it today, Benny. A striker, if we manage to convince Gyökeres to come to us, which is still a possibility, and he performs really well, anything can happen. But I don't even want to put that into the ether. That should be what the players want. Whoever United gets, whoever United has, that should be their goal, is to win the league. But we can't think that. We need to be happy with top four for the moment, with how bad we are. I kind of agree with you, Toxic. Kelleher wouldn't be a bad option. Kelleher wouldn't be a bad option for Chelsea, but I think they need to go better than that. I think Chelsea will probably go in for that Espanyol goalkeeper. And they'd be stupid not to. To be fair, so would we. We should go in for that Espanyol goalkeeper, but that's another kettle of fish. To be honest, who cares? If he wants a €10 million signing on fee, give him the €10 million signing on fee. To be honest. But I would turn around and I would say, Gyökeres, Victor, we'll give you the €10 million signing on fee, and we'll hand it to you as soon as the season finishes, so long as you score X goals. And we'll give you your regular goal bonus as well. So we'll hand you $5 million now, and we'll hand you the other $5 million if you score X amount of goals as part of your signing on fee. And do something like that. But we'll see. United are in a situation where they're going to be rang over the coals because we're in a bad situation. But, you know. I mean, I don't doubt it, Benny, that the MLS is a great league. The unfortunate thing with the MLS, when it comes down to the likes of me, is I'm in Ireland. It's the same reason why WWE is a pain in the arse. For me to pay attention to the MLS, I have to be up too late. So there's never really a time for me to do it. And it's not, we have what's here as well. And I just don't know anything about it. And besides, Miles Lewis-Skelly is a fantastic player. MLS will be one of the best players in the world. So we will end up following MLS with the best way that we can end up going, MLS will be massive in Europe and in the European Union in the next couple of years. Don't worry about it, Benny. It's guaranteed that MLS will be big. So, you can feel good when that ends up happening. When MLS ends up scoring a Champions League final goal for Arsenal and everyone ends up saying that they finally haven't screwed themselves up, at least we know that MLS has succeeded. Also, yeah. This is going to be sent twice, by the way, because I'm going to do this for everyone as well. So, if you want to, by the way, we have a good Discord there. Please join it if you want to, guys. We talk a fair bit on it, and it's a good bit of crack. So, the joy to end up having you there if you wanted to. They're not connected. Should be. It didn't do. God damn it. It's literally the point of the goddamn thing. Okay, so Kick isn't connected in. Caster Labs just screwed me. That's wonderful. It literally didn't send it to anyone but Twitch. That's hilarious. That's really, really funny. Anyway, never mind. But yeah, Nunez, and I don't believe that you'll sell both of them toxic to Saudi. I'd say you might get Diaz out of the way, and that'd be about it. And we'll see. An awful lot of what ends up happening with Saudi will depend on whether or not Bruno ends up getting sold off. I'd say if Bruno ends up getting sold off to Saudi, the money dynamic will end up changing. But we'll see what ends up happening. No, I understand, Benny. Look, I honestly think Bruno has been a fantastic player for us this season. And he has been the best player in the squad. But it would come from somewhere. And I think Bruno has caused an awful lot of the defensive malfeasance that we've ended up having as well. Bruno is the central point for us and creates an incredible amount for us, scores an incredible amount for us, but he causes an awful lot of issues as well. I think we'd be exactly where we are now without Bruno. I think it's one of those situations of, ironically, we'd probably perform better without him as a team, but we'd be losing the shocking edge. You know, we'd be losing a game saver. And maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's delusion. I don't think any player is that big when it comes down to it. And I honestly don't think the team is as bad as it is. Moving over to Amarin's system with a bunch of players that have already been proven they can't adapt at all was daft by the Glazers. And keep in mind, when Ten Hag was sacked, we were 6 points off at the top. Well, yeah, we were 6 points off at the top, but we were down 9th. We lost more games than we should have. So Ten Hag was right to get sacked when he did, and then Amarin went and only got 9 points since he joined. You know? So, like, ironically, you know, I don't think it would have mattered. I mean, yeah, but he'll have a lot of money to spend. He'll have a lot of money to spend, and all of them were on the end of their contracts being gone before he joined. So there's that as well. How is this not? Anyway. I mean, I don't care. As my brother turned around to me and says, I would love to see PSG win. Not because of the owners, not because of PSG, not because of the way they've played, not because of the manager, not because of the players. I'd like to see PSG win simply because Mbappe left and they never could with him. So I would love nothing more than the season that Mbappe left, finally decided to leave, PSG won the big one. It would just be fairy tale. An arsehole fairy tale, but fairy tale. If you get me. And that's really the only reason I want them to win. God damn it. Yeah, it's just literally to be a petty arsehole to Mbappe. That's really the only reason I want them to win. But if Inter win, Martinez could get the Ballon. I honestly don't think there's a single chance in hell that Mario Martinez is anywhere near the Ballon d'Or. I don't think he's anywhere near it. I think to give it to Lenny Yamal before they give it to him. I don't think there's a chance in hell he'll get the Ballon d'Or. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I don't think there's a chance in hell that'll end up happening. I think there'd be more chance in me winning the Ballon d'Or with my arse plonked here than him winning the Ballon d'Or, if I'm honest. By the way, we're not performing good in this game at all. Oh, I couldn't tell you. I don't give a crap about that competition, to be honest. I think it's a load of, for the most part, it's a load of hogwash. Ooh, Caicedo. I will say, rather interesting to end up hearing, and I don't really get why, so maybe it was overhyped when it was said. It is really interesting to see that Chelsea are giving new contracts to the likes of Moise Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez when they had 8-year contracts. Like, they're hardly giving them more money, are they? Why would they be giving new contracts to them? I just don't get it. Like, obviously this is something you'd want to talk to the likes of Fabrizio Romano or one of them that knows a bit more of the information, and I ain't ever getting that fucking way. But it's just curious to me why that's happening. I mean, it should be Salah. It should be Salah, but funnily enough, I don't think it'll be Salah either. Salah's just the right answer. But like, as funny as it is, I think there's quite a substantial chance. As funny as it is, I think there's quite a substantial chance they'll give it to Mbappe. I doubt they'll give it to Yamal. I doubt they'll give it to Yamal for the same reason they didn't give it to Haaland straight away. I think they think he's too young. And I don't think they want to give it to someone that young. The same reason Jude Bellingham didn't get it. I genuinely think it's just one of those situations of they look at them and they think they're too young. But we'll see. Nothing would shock me, by the way, when it comes down to it. Nothing would shock me to the depths of depravity they'd end up doing for the PR. But I genuinely don't think they'll end up doing it. Although I'd laugh my ass off if they gave it to Messi. Done nothing this season and they gave it to him. I'd laugh my ass off if they'd done that. Yeah, that to be honest, that was a goddamn joke. And poor Lewandowski too, because he should have won it the previous year as well, and COVID happened, meaning that it was cancelled for everyone. The poor bastard got screwed 2 years in a row. Like, you have to feel bad for the poor man. 2 years in a row and he gets screwed. Like, genuinely, it's funny to see. Funny to hear and funny to see that would end up happening to the poor man. Like, but it's all a load of horse manure anyway, because, like, how has Van Dijk not won it? There's a question for you. How has Virgil van Dijk not won it? With the incredible performances he's done over the years as a defender, literally saving Liverpool in some cases, why hasn't he won it? You know? So, like, the Ballon d'Or is a load of horse manure anyway. Because they don't take the other situations into account. They don't take the other positions into account. Like, I joke about it, but, like, and to be honest, the season we let him go, David De Gea had one of the best goalkeeping performances in a season anyone had ever had. Like, I think he had only conceded 12 goals, and we were still crap, you know? I think that's what it was, something like that. He'd only conceded 12 goals. We were still crap because we drew an incredible amount in home games. Like, he had an amazing performance. And won the Golden Glove and the whole lot, and wasn't in contention for anything, you know? So, like, other positions are always screwed if you're not an attacker, because they only seem to give anything to the pretty performances. You know, it's weird. But what can you really do? Oh, god damn it. What do I do now? Everyone came out, like, my entire team came out today and decided not to play. Yet. Anyway, you know what's crazy? Alisson doesn't even get picked for the Yashin. Oh yeah, I don't know. That's why individual performances, when it comes down to players, is what should make the difference when it comes down to talking about the best players in the world, but it bloody doesn't. But, like, team performances don't either. Like, the World Cup, being a World Cup winner means diddly squat when it comes down to it, unfortunately. You just work on what you can end up doing and try your best. In general, most of it means diddly squat. Anyway, we pause for a second and hope that we can get back into this game, although it doesn't look like it because we're just dead in the water and there's nothing I can do. The joys of when 5 players decide to just shit in your handbasket. Anyway, we'll just wait for the advertisements to finish and then we'll continue on from there. Shouldn't take too long, thankfully. Hopefully. I must say, I really like this playlist. It's a good playlist now. My cup of tea, anyway. It wouldn't be everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely my cup of tea, this playlist. I just have the ads on because the pre-roll is better so that people just don't get knocked in. I take everything. You can put in everything you want to there. I can see what ends up happening. See if I can. I just don't want to get caught by the copyright. So I don't have a system set up that you can put on the songs. But that's it. Where's he going? Where's Harvey Elliott going? Toxic. He's a good player. Well, he isn't. Actually, that's a lie. I don't actually think he is. It's actually a barefaced lie. I actually don't think he is at all. You can say what you want. I love when players say that, because you can say what you want to until you're out the door. You're not leaving. Like Garnacho is leaving. Until he's out the door, he's not leaving. Like Harry Maguire was leaving and said goodbye, and we still have him, you know? Yeah, unfortunately, that one is a copyright one, so I won't end up doing that. I try to do only non-copyright music as much as I can. I love Skillet Hero, to be honest. It is a good song. I know ultimately it doesn't really matter, but like... Because I do have it set up so that the VOD doesn't have it, but I don't have it set up yet for transitioning on TikTok and YouTube and all that, so I tend to stick away from those type of situations. But I do love that song, to be honest with you. They're going to score again, aren't they? I mean... I don't know about that. I mean, technically speaking, the club with the best finances in the world would be Tottenham. I think. Because they have their stadium 100% spent off. Their commercial revenue coming from that stadium is bonkers. They have money to burn, just Levy isn't spending it. I think technically it might be Tottenham Hotspurs. But you're doing good business this summer, but that doesn't mean anything that you have the best finances in the world. So, like, I think in terms of commercial revenue and the whole lot, you mightn't be the best. I mean, technically, when it comes down to commercial revenue, it's us, but, you know, that means absolutely nothing either. God damn it, guys. Please do something! Yeah, but that has nothing to do with ye. That has everything to do with Real Madrid not giving a shit, not wanting to spend you 60 million quid just so you could play in the World Cup. That's just Real Madrid being wasteful. That's just literally just Real Madrid being wasteful. And Real Madrid don't give a crap either, because they'll make it on the shirt sales from the World Cup. Because, like, they can release an old version, a last year version of the kit with Trent Alexander-Arnold's name on it. So they literally can sell the jersey twice. So, like, for Real Madrid, they don't care. You know? So that's just luck more than anything else. That's just really luck more than anything else. That's Real Madrid being twits. But like they could have spent 60 million quid to buy him. So like for them, they don't care. We're losing this game. There's nothing I can do. Yeah. Is there anything I could have done there other than the fact that 4 of my players had that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players had below par performances. Like, is there anything I can do for that? Because it makes me feel like the only thing I can end up saying is this. It makes me think that's the only thing I can say. Blockbuster, you're an arse. You're an arse, Blockbuster. Thank you so much. There you go, Blockbuster. I mean, yeah, PSG has a lot of money. But PSG bankrolled the entirety of that league. So, oh shit, why did I do that? Yeah.
Off is a direction you can fuck.
There you go, Skull. How are things anyway with you today, my friend? Is life treating you well? Sorry for giving you a bollocking over my conspiracy theory. My conspiracy theory over Sports Interactive. I won't go into that again here. If you want to see my conspiracy theory, go onto the Discord and read it. Oh, Toxic, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Genuinely, thank you so much. I think that ends up giving me my my showcase more than anything else. Thank you so much for that, genuinely. You're flipping my head upside down. Oh, it's not working. Oh, give us a second. One of the commands isn't working. There we go. Yeah, you're flipping my head upside down. I finally have a stream deck and it's working a wee bit. I'm like a child in a playpen. Like, this should not give me so much humor being able to do this. It should not give me so much humor. It should not make me feel so happy. But I'm literally like a child in a playpen. Well, I mean, well, aww. Well, actually, I think for that second one, Toxic. For that second one, I think the better reaction is this.
What happened?
That's so fucking much. Oh. Actually, I think that might have ruined the mood. I think that might have ruined their move. I think I took it a step too far. I think we can all agree that that was moment. I love that meme. I love that meme too. That's such a beautiful meme. Timmy Turner's father's a meme machine. It was my first game in 7 years, Skull, that I ended up doing it. Yeah. I'm going to make, well, I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it good enough, but I genuinely think the performance that R-Truth has done over the last month with John Cena means he should end up staying in the upper main event scene, in my opinion, even though he's a comedy character. Also, I think the Damian Priest experiment is dead. We need to do something with Priest. Crack, you should try see if in Discord if you can do like a fatal four-way against others. Like a fatal four-way in what way, Toxic? Like in Fortnite? Yeah, I might try that. I might try that at some point in time. I'll set up a Fortnite FM24. You mean like a streamer league and do it that, or what do you mean? Yeah, we'll see. In the future, I might end up setting up something like that. For now, it's in the back burner a bit. Maybe get more people involved in the league, like in the streams in general, and then we'll see what ends up happening there. But I'll happily consider it. Yeah. It's something to look for, to consider in the future. Anyway, for now, I'm continuing on the way that we are and see what ends up happening. I promised Skull at some point in time I'll do a Fortnite stream, so I'll do that at some point in time. I just need to get in the right mindset for that, because shooters aren't my main cup of tea, and I need to get in the right way to be at least entertaining for it. So we'll see what ends up happening there. I'll try and do it eventually. I find like they get individual performances trophies if they beat one another. I mean, we'll see. Potentially we can end up doing something like that. Figure it out. Oh, Gale won the Player of the World. Yay. I find it funny they had Damian Spree go on rave about wanting a championship, then call out Fatu instead of Cena or Jay. But like, I understand that, but a championship is a championship, and in theory, the United States and Intercontinental Championships are meant to be as big as the World Championships. It's just you need to get special opportunities to get to the World Championships. It's just WWE has done a piss poor job at making their World Championships feel special. And an even worse job of making their minor championships feel, as the stepping stone. Also, after that last performance, we need to have a good performance here. I'm so annoyed, because I literally posted on X and Blue Sky a little video about going live, stating that I had 100%, I had a 100% record this season. And my old team ends up taking it from me, though. Rat bastards. Alright, so we're going to go with that lineup. Should be grand. Then we go Manuel Agate. And we could do that either, because Offie can play there. Yeah, we'll go Laffy there. Crack, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure to have you in here. As always, please pop in whenever you can. I love having you, and it was a pleasure to talk to you. Make sure that the rest of your day goes fabulous and is a great bit of crack. Enjoy the Champions League final whenever you end up watching it. You're an arsehole for mentioning the Europa League final, but I'm sure you'll mention it many a time up until now. So just remember that to ensure that your crack is 90, that it's always true that I am, and that you can have a great day, schlongafol, and of course, thank you so much, Toxic, and I'll chat to you later, my friend. I didn't mind the Fall Guys when I was at it. It's just one of those cases of I wasn't particularly good at it. We'll give Marco one more goal, or one more time. If he continues to not be able to score, we're going to have to consider selling him. He's had 7 starts now and no goals. Imagine if someone was to do that now this upcoming season, was to just come in and knock him 10 shades to crap. Try and knock him out, try and get rid of him. Try and make sure that Salah can't end up moving. It would be bonkers if that ended up happening again. But either way, we're going into this next game now. We're going a wee bit weaker than we were before. I think Girona are last, right? 12th. I'm going to do something really risky. Something stupid and risky. I'm going to play our secondary goalkeeper, the 20-year-old. He's very, very good. Has the potential to be great. But he's not ready yet. And he is our 3rd goalkeeper. So we'll try him now and see if we can get something out of him. And we'll swap Foston with the under-21 player of the year, Gay. And we'll go with this squad and see how we do. So, for the second game today, let's hope we end up having better spirits with a couple of players that are not exactly sharp, and see how we end up doing. Cross your fingers and your toes for us, guys. We might end up needing a bit of luck. He was tired. Piss off, Burke. You're lucky you're being picked yourself. Oh, god damn it. Hold the phone. Something's at the breaking. Cool. That seems to have fixed it. One of my pop-ups was broken and nobody ended up telling me. What's the joys of when one of your pop-ups ends up breaking and it screws one of your other variables? TikTok, literally, all they were seeing was Simba's face go for a bit there because I'm a twit. Oh. But anyways, in we go now to this secondary match now against Jacob Nitstrup. I know nothing about these squads. This is the joy of when you end up going past the point where pretty much everyone is playing exclusively regens. You have no idea who anyone is, and you just need to hope that some of them are good. At least in real life now, you hear from the grapevine who some of the players are throughout real life, and it helps you end up figuring it out there. I just have no idea who anyone is at the moment. Anyway. In we go now. Let's see how things go. We should be able to have a good performance here. We are particularly good against this type of formation, so it should end up helping. We're already doing nice passing there. Laffy straight through. What was that gay? Leaving themselves open, and Sechi with a card straight away too. Yips. Is that Gerald? That's hardly Gerald Yaps, is it? I'll check it in a bit. Because that's Gerald Yaps. He's a player that Crystal Palace in my save ended up having when I joined them. Ooh, that was a really nice pass. Gay at the wrong side of the pitch but can play both sides. And Marco not doing good at all there. It is Gerald Yaps. Yeah, they got him from Palace. Yeah, I had him for a long time when I was with Palace. It's interesting when you end up seeing an old player just pop up out of the blue. We're not great performance. Defensively, we're being a bit too inept. They are young, but they still need to be better than this. And offensively, we're just not connecting the ball properly. Of course, Barca are 1-0 up too, because of course they are. But we'll see how things go. We continue to try. We continue to go through. The main rival 1-0 up, so we need to ensure that we can continue on well now. Corner could be it. Gay putting it in for us. Not and straight to the keeper, Molara. Nice save. Looks like it might be one of those days where they're just going to be at the game defensively. You could almost call that. You can almost see that coming. That's a special level of bad defending there. Go on, get your 1-0 up. He went the wrong. It's special. It's genuinely special that it's Gerald Yips. Because obviously, as I was saying, Gerald Yips, my former player. So it really is funny that Yips is the one that was being chosen, that ended up getting to take that penalty. Just bad passing from us, which is funny as hell. Just bad connective play. Like, that's not good enough by Ivorando or Gay. They need to be running better than that. I say as he scores the bloody goal. It's one of the things I love about FM. It makes an ass out of me so many times. It turns around and it just ends up making me like that so often. It's not even funny. Like, it's beautiful in a way because it adds a bit to it. It's more fun that way when things end up going in that type of vein. But it happens so often. Oh, Yips almost scored again. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Yips managed to score another goal on me? It's ironic, too, that the two defenders that have been a bit rash are performing better than the actual veteran amongst them. Hines is the veteran. Now, Correa is the same age as Hines, so it should be considered a veteran, but not for us. He's not really. He's still a learner driver for us. But it is kind of funny that Hines, who is at one point in time an actual integral starter in this squad. Loppy, for the love of God, Loppy. What the hell? That is an astonishingly bad piece of play. Wow. I don't even care that Miguel scored it. Fair play to you for getting your tap in. But what the hell was Lafayette? Marco, you should be there. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's time to sell Marco. At 25 years of age, I think we signed you for a lot of money. You haven't been good enough for us. I genuinely think, 17 goals, 4 assists, 17 goals, 7 assists. I mean, you had a good season there, but this season you've just, I don't know, a different level of bad at the moment. Marco. Different level of bad. Now, we tried to give you a good debut, Adame, but you just didn't do well. So we have to replace you. Probably best to replace you now, considering you're slightly injured. And get the fuck off my pitch, Marco. I probably should change the defenders as well, but we'll go with what we have for the moment and hope that we get something out of them. If we need to, we'll go ultra attacking as well. Thankfully, we don't need to just yet, but that is a possibility that might end up coming in the near future, that we might need to end up going ultra attacking. Vinny already better in terms of some of the stats here, but we need to do something now. We need to be more offensive, more aggressive. Gay down to Bellingham. Bellingham with a bad touch, but able to keep the ball. Enric now. Enric needs to do better than that. Mala was there for the take, and Enric needs to do far, far better than that. It's insane when you don't end up having a proper connection like that. Sechi with the ball down to Vinny. Vinny with a nice little run. I don't like my defenders doing shots out like this. It works every now and again, but it's just... You know, it's blind fate from the defenders to take a shot out that far. I don't think we can blame this on the goalkeeper either, unfortunately, but oh God. Laffy! Oh! 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 What a goal! What a goal by Lappy. Oh my God. Simply beautiful. Oh. That's all 3 of their goals have been defensive malfeasance. Laffy, again, you just rectified yourself just to give that away. Gale given the game too after winning Footballer of the Year and gives that performance. Hines as well, that performance. Holy crap. Genuinely, what can you do when you end up having players give you that type of performance? It's shocking. It's shocking levels of performance, that. Sechi, stop shooting from outside of the goddamn box. You're a defender, not a striker. Crikey, Sechi. Fosten. And Ugarte taps it in. There's still hope with 20 minutes left that we can end up doing this. We made a game out of this when we really shouldn't have. Like, we are at fault here. We definitely shouldn't have made this a game. But we have made this, unfortunately, into a game. It should still be possible for us to get the win on this. Vinny now to Fosten. Fosten to Ugarte. Ugarte to Adams. Nice defensive work there by them. 16. Ooh. Bellingham. Ooh, okay. Yips now with a nice header. I must say, you haven't put yourself in rose-tinted glasses now, Argus. Or as I'm just going to call you now because I can't pronounce you, Greece. Greece, you haven't put yourself in a great position now for us to be happy with you. Burke with a nice header attempt, but still not good enough. I need to change that. Why is Enric taking the corner? Baston Mastantino. Burke almost... penalty? Are they giving the penalty? No, I'm not going to be cheeky. I was going to be cheeky and make Greece take the penalty, but I'm not. We actually do want to get the win. Now, who's taking it? 22, Bellingham. Nice. A nice goal from Bellingham. If Marco was still on the pitch, I probably would have given it to Marco. It would have... Like, in this game, it's enough that it could end up giving the spark for someone to be good. But in general, I don't know if it's actually good to give a bad player a penalty in case it all goes horribly wrong. But it's something anyways. There's very much a chance we'll probably win this with another. We'll get another goal before the end. But we're also so defensively inept at the moment that easily we could give it up. Why did you go ultra defensive? You're losing. Genuinely, why did you do that? You're losing. Like, you gave me that. You gave me that. Why did you do that? You gave me that goal. That's very odd. It's very... You gave up the game. You genuinely gave up the game doing that. With the way I play, you should know damn well that's going to get you the loss. That's astonishing. I've never seen the game do that. I've never seen the game kill itself like that. That's incredible, to be honest. Anyway, wait for the advertisements to go, and then we'll continue on ahead to see how things end up going there. It's guaranteed we have this win, so that's good. Okay, this isn't working right. Should be working much better. Should be working closer to this. Okay, I think that's accurate. That's closer to what it should be. Okay, anyways, continue on now. And we'll get our win. Do we make it 6 though? It's really unfair to Girona if we do. Loffy does not deserve a 7.7. This is one of the things I don't like about FM. And to be fair, how do you go about it? But it is one of the things I don't like about FM's scoring capacity, how it ends up rating the players. Loffy in this game has given up 2, if not all, of the goals that happened there. He was definitely responsible for the second and third goal. And as you can see there, for most of this game, we were being trounced in terms of possession and the whole lot until they changed their formation, screw things up. I feel sorry for Adam. It was your debut. But if we look at Loffy now, 1 goal, 1 shot, 1 missed shot, and 1 shot on target. 3 saved, none saved by the goalkeeper, and 1 blocked. Okay? "57 completed, 3 key." I mean, fair enough. I don't know. I don't know, because Loffy... He had a 91% pass completion, which is very good. 4 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances created. Okay. That's better than I expected it to be. But his tackling is a distinct problem. 4 attempts, 25%. So that means he missed 3 of what he tried to do. And his aerial assaults were missed 3. Take 2, and then his shooting, he had 3 shots and missed 2 and ended up scoring the one that he ended up shooting. So, I mean, statistically, he seems to have done a lot better than he probably should have. But he was very, very bad. Really, he only had 2 shots. 9 aerial... That's insane. Marco had 9 aerial duels. 9 aerial duels and lost all of them. That is a special level of bad for a striker. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. That's hard to take. I really wish this game had the fine process that some of the older games had, where if a player was playing particularly bad, you could fine them. That would end up potentially ending up to make them better, because I would fine his ass 10 ways to Sunday. That is a dismal display. And astonishing that the free agent that we ended up getting, Ugarte, is actually performing good for them. Here is the simple fact. He needs to score or he will be gone. Can't say it more clear than that. No, it's through hard work that Marco will end up getting through this, but needs to score or he will be gone, because it's a simple fact. That's how that ends up working. You can't perform like that as one of the main strikers for us. Barcelona are on our arse, as is normal for the monsters of Barca. They are performing very good as well, so we need to ensure that things end up improving. Good performance there by Mbappe. Nice. And Gomez, who is a divine player, is getting great experience with Palace. And that's what you want to see when you're sending someone out on loan like that they're getting good experience. He needs it. And when he comes back, he will end up taking some of the positions of some of the other players. It's official now that we have to end up selling Hines, unfortunately. So in the January transfer window, we're going to try and sell Hines. I think it's the right thing to end up doing. He's after losing a bit of his talents. He's not as sharp as he once was. One of the good things about Champions League variants like this is we can play a bit of a weaker team here. I'm shocked no one has come in and robbed him yet, because he is a very good player. I almost did when he was really young. There was a period of time there where he was available for about 20 million quid. But unfortunately, we had signed too many young players at the time, and it wouldn't let me sign him. And then they'd done a new contract with him and boosted his value up to 83 million quid with the release clause. And I was not willing to spend that. Yeah, Ard is still fantastic. Yeah, you need to go. Okay, fine. It's official. You need to go out on loan. Fine. It is annoying. Ooh. Okay, great. When Jordy comes back, he'll be an option on the wing. That's fantastic. So we know we have some options on the wing when for next season. Although we're probably not staying with them next season. I mean, Enric does have the ability to end up doing this, but Enric's not going to end up starting in this game. Marco's going to be given one last chance. He's going to be given the chance to end up having an attempt to score. If Marco doesn't score by the end of this game, I'm selling him. I'll try and get him out the door for close to 100 million quid. If we can, then that's good. But if he doesn't score, simple as I'm going to try and sell him. Because it's not good enough. It's simply not good enough to have no goals thus far this season. You have started 8 games, have had no goals. You need to score. Now, it won't be a Premier League goal, but you need to get a goal. Simple as. That's just the plain and cut and jib of it. He needs to score a goal. Okay, so again, because of who we're against, we can be a wee bit weaker here than we'd otherwise be. So with that being the case, we'll go Oscar and Edmund. Oscar and Edmund. We'll continue again, hope he performs better this time than we did the last time. In the midfield section here, we're going to go with a wee bit of youth to hope that they end up performing well. We're going to go... You're whinging about not getting enough game time. So we'll go and we'll put Jude on. And then we'll go with Zerkri here as someone a bit different. I'm sorry, but I think your time is done, Hines. I think we've given you too much of a chance to grow. You haven't grown to the point of where we wanted you to grow. So I think we bring Burke back in. We try... Sechi, Martin, Burke, Greece. We'll give Greece another go. And I think this is the best thing to do. Marco needs the goal. This is a weaker side. Oscar is a fantastic player, although Oscar is better on this side from where we've ended up having it before. Since he's joined us, Marco has been very good for us when he's ended up being good, or Oscar. Adam is new to this position, but should be grand within this position. Will is new. He's 20. He's 20, isn't he? Yeah. 20 and needs to improve quick. We signed him for piss cheap, to be honest. I think it's 16 million, wasn't it? Yeah, 15.25 million. So he does need to improve faster than he is from young boys. But we'll try him and see how that ends up going. Gay is under 21 in the world, so he'd want to be good. Bellingham needs the time in order to do it. Zerkri here will end up being good. I'm not spending 300 million on anyone. I don't care that I have it. And I actually think I have it. 200. I have 214 million. I'm not spending that amount of money on anyone. Screw that. Skull. I outright refuse to do it. It's just too much money to spend on anybody, to be honest. I know you can do it in this game. It's just something it's never tickled me right to do. I have to set up a link. Ooh, all of these Offic in the back of the name. I know that there's a club in England, and it's actually going up the tiers quite well. I can't remember the name of it. But there's a club, I think it's in tier 9. I think it's tier 9. Where all that's in it is a family of 14. Like 2 generations of the family, and that's what it ends up doing. Z, my friend, what's a crack-a-lackin' with you? I spent 300 million on a centre-back at Chelsea named Dabu. Interesting. Who were you at the time when you spent the money on it? Mark the word, by 2030, spending 100 million on a player will be the same value as signing for 40. Probably. I haven't gotten to that far. As I said before, this is the longest save I've ever done, which is the reason why I'm kind of happy to continue at it, because I've never got... I don't normally continue saves this long into it and see how that ends up going. So it's interesting to see what ends up happening. Did he end up performing well for you, Z? Or did he end up ultimately being a failure for you? Because that would be my worry, spending that type of money on a player only for him to be a flop. Like, I spent 120 on Marco. And Marco is, without a doubt, like, he has 63 performance for us and 34 goals. Like, in all of his performances, that's not a bad conversion rate. But he's not been good. Like, this season, he is no goals. No goals this season. He has to perform better. Hopefully this kicks him into gear, because we need it to. But we need to find... Thankfully we have players out on loan that should be able to come in and perform good later as well. But we need him to perform better than that. Perfect. It's great that he was great for you. What type of defender did you play him as? Ball-keeping defender, libero, center defensive? How did you end up playing him? And how long did you have him? Like, was he young, or was he old enough? Oscar, you should have done far better there. Cover. I have never... maybe this is me, but I've used the cover... tag quite a bit on the defenders, and I've never noticed a difference between it and just simply putting them down as defend. I've seen a difference in support, mind you, but I've never seen a difference in cover versus defend. So I could read it and probably figure out what the difference is, but what difference have you found by putting him as cover instead of defense or support? Nice passing. Nice passing. Oh, what a save. Gay should have had a goal there. And Marco in the wrong spot as well. I don't like to end up boiling anyone, but Marco's given me feelings of Rasmus Højlund at the moment. Nah, neither did I. Just felt like a tactical genius at that moment. So basically, Z, you were like me, and you were basically just being, that. Yes, Skull. I know we can end up. I know what you're going to end up thinking yourself. I should end up. Stop being so vain. Stop being so overblown. Stop being so full of myself and just.
Off is a direction you can fuck.
Yes, I have it fast keyed now. Also, I love how Marco gets screwed even on the top ends. Gay passes it to Edmund instead of Marco. Edmund getting a beautiful little goal for us there. We're performing as we should be. We're performing very, very good against this team. It would be disappointing if we weren't in control for a large majority of this game. Very disappointing, in fact. Marco! It's oh my god, it's going to get disallowed. Oh my god, it's going to get disallowed. Oh, it didn't get disallowed. Oh, thank God, Marco. Oh, the poor guy, if that got disallowed. Why isn't that working? It should have worked. Yeah. So why isn't that working? Oh, because I clicked the wrong one, that's why. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry. Joys of when technical issues in the back end up working because you don't even notice your own crap. Come on, Will. Come on, Will. Come on, Will. Keep the ball. Nice. Come on, Will. You need to give good performances. You only have this season. I know that's unfair on you, William. And I purchased you at 20, but you only have this season to prove yourself. You might get a loan one more season afterwards, but that's effectively all you get. Marco, for the love of God, man. Yeah, Oscar, Marco. To William. William butchers it. Ooh, a lot of sloppy play from us. I mean, we're still in control, but a lot of sloppy play. Again, the scoring of this game being a bit hoarse. There's no way Marco is a 7.6. I know he scored the goal in the whole up, but there's no way he's a 7.6. Bellingham to there. Marco! Again! That's not good enough. I think the game knows that he's not in good confidence, so hopefully this game, even at 7.6, is good for him. He's not the second best player on the pitch. He's just not. They can't be. That can't be the case. It can't be. Oh, I was wondering. I thought it might have been Curtis Jones. Ah, okay, they have a buck called Ronnie Jones up front. Interesting. I don't actually think that praising them for that performance was good. It's not something I do because we should be better than that. Like, we're doing grand, but against this team? Christ, Bellingham. That was like it was in slow motion. Holy crap. I will say, one of the things in terms of football at the moment that I find interesting, and I wonder if it'll have much an effect on the actual scene of football this summer, is the fact that Simeone at Atletico Madrid is hyperly saying that he wants to win the league. So I wonder if they're going to make any plays in the transfer market as a result of that. Oh, tap in for Gay. That's cruel. That's a cruel goal. It's a very cruel goal because the goalkeeper should have had that. That's a goalkeeping error there. That's a cruel, cruel goal. Okay. Yeah. Seeing that coming, and that's just bad from us. What was... I need to look at that goal again because I want to know who was the player that screwed us there. Well, I'd say I want to look at it, but it won't let me. I'll be looking at it a bit. Ooh, we have someone we need to ban. Joys. So that's banned there because you are an arse for coming in asking for bots. Okay, so that is 20. I'm guessing that's 30, not 20, because it's Marco there. Okay, so yeah, Carrari, I done bad there. Very, very bad. No, yeah, done very bad there. Like, the fact that... Crikey, Marco. I don't want to take you off the pitch, but you just haven't had a good performance today. I don't care that it says that it's 7.7. It isn't a good performance. Burke too, like... The stats are being inflated by the domination we have in terms of possession. Like that. That's the type of crap that you can't be allowing to happen. Holy moly. Holy crap. Like, holy crap. I don't have words for that goal. I don't have words for that goal. Just... wow. That's... I wasn't expecting that now. I wasn't expecting that now, to be honest. Yeah, Bellingham's on the pitch. He's taking it. I wanted to change that to Marco, give Marco another goal, but what can you do? What can you do? Seller, those changes have actually been made, fair enough. And for the next time we do that, if we get another penalty, Marco takes the penalty next time. That's what I get for not pausing it. He needs the experience. He needs the good, like, thankfully his results are good anyway in this game. I disagree with them, but his results are good in this game. So hopefully that'll get him in gear and give him the gumption to actually start scoring properly. Like that. Like that. Like the... It doesn't matter. I don't care so long as he scores it, because he needs to. He's been 9 games with no goals, so getting anything under his belt is good for us. It gets the gears running. It gets the oil juiced. Tight as a nun's hat, that one. But, You know, it's the type of situation where you want, where you're going in, you're going ultra attacking, you're trying your best, you're hoping that it ends up working. It does overinflate his performance quite a substantial amount, but what can you do? Excuse me. I would have loved if William got the goal there, because I think this is William's debut. Might as well make a couple of nonsensical subs, because why not? Yeah, get them 4 minutes on the pitch. I don't actually know if there's any benefit to doing that kind of 4-minute sub at the end. There probably isn't, but it's interesting enough to try it, you know? Boston now, William. Wrong side as well, William. So he's doing well, that the transitioning is working well between everyone, that it's connecting in a kind of good way. You know, it is a showcase, too, of your dominance and your display when their goalkeeper has a good performance in a 5-2 win. Zachary to Liebe to Adam should score that. Ooh. Well, I don't know why Adam went for the more difficult corner. The AI is sometimes odd like that, where they want to show off or something because they go to the wrong corner. Ooh, Marco almost scored too. I must say, I feel happy when dominations happen like this, and at the end of the game, the goalkeeper just starts playing like Brian Buffon. Because it gives some showcase to the other squad. It is complete horse manure, by the way, that Marco is the man of the match. I know it says he has 5 key passes. I genuinely don't believe it. Watching the game, it didn't seem it. But, doesn't matter. Done and done. Done and dusted. Finished and over. 25 passes, 64% completion. That's what I thought. They seemed a bit off. Clear-cut chance, 1. That's what I figured, yeah. But 5 key passes. 2 crosses, 1 missed. Tackling is far better than the last time, but 4 fouls made, so he fouled quite a significant amount. And he won all of his aerial duels. So that's quite a substantial difference to the last game, where in the last game he lost every single one of his aerial duels. So, hey. I mean, you can only go what you have there. So he done enough for him to become man of the match, and hopefully continue with that going into the next game. So odds are he'll get his 3rd straight start. And if he ironically, if he performs good in that, he'll probably get a break then. "13 games without goals," he was. 13 games. That's a bit of an astonishing stat, to be honest. Oh, crack. Crack. But you try what you can and you do what you could. I noticed one of the good ones lurking in the chat there. So I figured might as well give them a bit of a shout out while they're lurking, considering they are an actually fantastic streamer in the whole lot. So I'll do it as soon as the advertisements end up finishing. Because I love to send the love where I can. The beauty of me saying I'm going to give someone a shout out and then they appear to be gone. But either way, I'll do it either. If those of you are into FM content like this, another streamer I highly recommend. They're not live at the moment or anything like that, but I do recommend you have a gawk at them. Is the Game Legend. Fantastic streamer now. I highly recommend you have a look at their content. They're good crack, good to watch, and they have good times and the whole lot. I recommend you end up doing it. They do other stuff as well, but I'd highly recommend you give them a go if you can. Of course, I said before when I was giving a shout out, Benny Cog is another good one, and someone that's starting out but has a good head on them and seems to be doing quite well is this one. I'll just wait until that shout out finishes out and then I'll do this. This one. Never mind, I need to wait another minute, so I'll do it after that. But for now, I'm not giving them praise for scoring a goal after 13 games. So we'll continue on for now. 2.8 million for winning. Nice. I guess you do get a oh god, I didn't want to do that. If you double that, I'll give you them. Honestly, if you double that, I'll give you them. Maybe that's me being a bit too mean, but he does have to be better. It's a small team. You need to be given a bit more. You need to have the gumption and state of character in order to be better than that, you know? So, yeah, maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe that's a bit mean, but it is the way you need to go about it. Anyways, never mind that. We continue on now with another win. We're still okay in the league, although, yeah, I thought Barcelona ended up overtaking us. Not yet. Thankfully, Enric is still scoring. Top goal scorer for us at the moment with 10 goals. If Marco starts to perform bad here, Enric will be given full-time privileges back on top of the squad. We'll see what ends up happening there. I mean, I kind of have screwed the younger teams that we end up having, the under-18s and the under-21s, because I have so many of them out on loan. And I'm actually kind of shocked that I'm not getting bollocked for having so many people out on loan. Typically, they bollock you by now. They do tend to end up doing that. Hall, okay. New book for them. Mark Hall. Let's have a look at him. I'm not going to go and nick him, but interesting. We have a couple of good youths building up there as well. Like Adam, for when he was given his first game, although he didn't perform well in it, is a fairly good player. He should be performing good enough now. Medina, who's 19 years of age, a good player, should be able to be grand. So we'll see what ends up happening. There's a couple of good players out there. Giovanni, we're going to be selling him, unfortunately. He's just not developed enough for us. Gomez, like, we've kind of screwed Gomez again because all he had was Real Saspatan, but then we sent him out a bit and gave him a bit of development. But he should be a mainstay for us once he comes back. Especially at 18. Like, he has the potential to go out there and be brilliant, you know? Jore. Interesting. Signed him from Atletico Madrid B. At least he's performing good for them. We still have a couple of people out injured. Barcelona have the chance to drop points to the 19th side. They had a habit last season of doing that, funnily enough. They'd go up against some of the strongest sides in the league, and that's where they drop their points. Unfortunately, they haven't done that yet this season, which is semi-concerning. Well, actually, that's a bit of a lie. It's more than semi-concerning. It's extremely concerning. But you go with what's in front of you there, and we see what ends up happening. Is Vinicius whinging yet? Not yet, so we can go without him yet. I'm not giving Sechi another go here, so we're going to go with Benjamin Seller over there. Yeah, all of our competent young defenders are out on loan, which is the right way to be. Sergio, I don't know why we even still have Sergio. Legitimately, like he's on a rolling contract at the moment, getting paid something like 65 quid a week. We haven't given him a contract, and he's stuck there for 2 years. If someone wants to come in and sign him, they can take him. But it's handy to have someone with at least decent talent there, I suppose. So we'll go with Hines. We'll go Hines, Cora, and Seller again. We'll take Zerkri out and go. We'll go Laffy. Even though that was... Yeah. Heinz means beans. Heinz Birchkohl. Yeah. Heinz means beans, yeah. Heinz Birchkohl. I cannot pronounce that name for crap. It's a Portuguese name, but yeah, Heinz means beans. Yeah, Heinz means beans is one of our players, yeah. He actually is a fairly good person. Like, it's astonishing how he ended up improving. He was 3-star. He was 2-star last season with the 5-star potential. Now he's 4-4, but he's still not performing good enough, funnily enough. And I know that sounds awfully pretentious, but he just isn't performing good enough yet. Warren Emery should be who we play here, but I think I'm going to go with Eduardo. And we're going to go with Foston again. Adam had a good enough performance, so we're going to go with that. We'll give Marco... If Marco hasn't scored, and I'm stating this right now, which is going to be incredibly cruel to the poor bastard, but if Marco hasn't scored by half-time, he's being taken off the pitch. He has until half-time to score a goal. If he hasn't scored by half-time, I'm sorry to say that Marco is being taken off the pitch. So, for those of you in the chat that want to do this, by the way, I'm going to give ye this. And I'm going to go for a really quick lubric. So just to give you perspective again before I end up doing it, okay? These are his stats. So he is a phenomenally good player. This is his history. He has 63 appearances, 34 goals. So he scores in about half of the games that he plays in. This season is the season where his goal differential is a bit bad. The last couple of seasons, his career stats have been 17 goals in 29, 17 goals in 26. Okay? So he's been good for us in general, Z. But can he do it again here? So, time will tell. You have the option to choose. Can he finally get a league goal? In his 9th start in the league, can he get a league goal? If he doesn't score the goal, by the way... If he doesn't score the goal, he's not starting another game until at least January. So it's October now. If he doesn't get a goal in the 45 minutes, he's not getting a start until probably January in the league. So I'm just going to quickly use the loo, and while I'm at that, you can do this prediction if you want. You have 2 minutes, my friends. I'll be right back. Well, we're back. And now we get to find out, will Marco end up scoring his goal? It's nice to see how much faith the chatters have in the 25-year-old. But let's see, can he end up getting a miracle? Can he end up getting a goal? So in we go now, and we see whether or not he can end up getting the goal. And also, let's see if we get a penalty, how mean I am, and do I put him on penalties? But that's an if, ands, or buts. But we'll see anyway. He's not on penalties at the moment, so he has to do it through his own power at the moment. So in we go, Marco. The form isn't changing. It's a fairly strong team now against a fairly weak side. You have no excuse not to score. So let's see if he can do it. Seller to Cora. Cora. Marco! Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I'm sorry. But. Okay. But. It has to be done. Has to be done. So bear with us 1 second. We paused the game. This is too important. This has to be decided properly. Okay. So in we go now. This will be decided through the aspect of luck. Okay? It'll be done through the aspect of luck. On a heads, Marco will take the penalty. On a tails, Bellingham will take the penalty. 3, 2, 1. He's taking the penalty. I think that was the fairest way to do it. Luck came into it. We will find out now if Marco ends up scoring a goal or if he fucks up. We will see. Will he miss the penalty? Imagine now if the ref doesn't give a pen. Imagine if he doesn't give a pen. He's given the penalty. Will Marco score the penalty? It's about time we find out. 1 minute into the game. 1 minute into the game. 1 minute 40 seconds in. 2 minute goal. Will he score? Will he score? Will he score? He has scored. He has scored via a penalty. So Marco has scored. But can he do it properly? Let's see. I should have put the option there for penalty. I'll remember that for the future whenever I make one of those predictions. Ooh, Seller. Ooh. Hey, we'll see. He might score himself before half time, and at which point you would have been screwed either way. Adam to Bellingham. Bellingham down to Derby. Derby in. Boston. We're performing good here, which is grand. We always perform good against Zaragoza, but at the same point in time, we're performing good. So, let's see how things end up going. Camavinga to Adams. Adams to Foston. Foston to Cora. Cora now in. Why are my defenders shooting from so far out? They're not strikers. Oh, so rare to score that goal. Sometimes they do, but it's so rare that they score that goal. Oh. Boston. Oh! I to be brutally honest, if he didn't score before half time of his own power, I was going to refund you the points. But it has to be the case now. He's after scoring twice. Now, the goalkeeper screwed up. Rebello screwed up horribly there. But at the same point in time, he scored. You're divining inspiration for him to get a hat-trick. You're divining inspiration for him to get a hat-trick, Z. Imagine if he ended up getting a hat-trick, by the way. Barcelona 3-0 up as well. Bonkers team. Bonkers team, Barcelona. Ooh. Boston to Camavinga. Camavinga to Foston. Foston now to Laffy. Camavinga. Cora. Heinz means beans. Seller to Laffy. To Heinz. To Cora. Foston. To Bellingham. Oh, I thought Bellingham, you should have passed it down one more time. Give Marco his hat-trick. So unfortunately, he has actually scored. Properly scored. So, much to my chagrin, I have to say, it was a yes. So you've lost some channel points there, Z, but you have a chance for it again in the future. Go on, Skull, what's your serious conversation? You're as well mentioned it here. All conversation, all questions, everything is acceptable here on any of the particular platforms I'm on, be it Kick, be it Twitch, be it YouTube, YouTube Vertical, or be it on TikTok. Please follow me on all of them, by the way. You can watch me on any of those particular platforms and join the Discord. Might as well be a corporate shill while I'm being asked a serious question. Anyways, second half now. Can Foston score again? What is the champion? What is the Champions League opinion going forwards? You might need to rephrase that question. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Is it what do I think of the Champions League going forward, or what do you mean by that question? No, but I don't get what the actual question is. What they're going to score. Ooh, they should have scored there. Because I don't actually get what the question is. Is it what do I think of the Champions League going forward? What do I think of the Champions League? Like what's the question? What do you think about the final? What do you think about the final going to be like tonight? Oh, it's going to be a boring game, and PSG are going to pick up the win. Which is unfortunate since yeah. But I think that's what's probably going to end up happening myself. It's going to be a boring game, like the last two Champions League finals, and PSG are going to pick up the win. Anyway, Bellingham down to Foston. Foston to Adam. Adam. Oh, he's out of the way. Eduardo scores a goal, ironically, before he's being taken off because I don't want to risk that injury. So, in placement of you, we'll put Stefan Morgan on. Jude has had a very good game, but Jude needs to come off too. So we'll put Oscar on for Jude, and we'll bring Vinicius on for Adam, or Adama, who has had an okay game. Nothing special, but okay. I believe that it's going to be 1-1 and it goes until pens. Maybe. But with both of those teams, it's very likely that could be the case, but I suspect it to be a very boring game and PSG are just going to end up winning. It's very likely that could be the case now, but we'll see. Can we make it 5? Nope, not when Rebello ended up saving like that, I'll tell you. Most of their team is performing bad. I'd be pretty annoyed as the manager now to have a team with that many problems, especially considering well, I'm shocked he hasn't made any subs, actually. He's made 1 sub. I think now we take Lofi off for Ugarte. And I mean, by right, I should take Marco off, but he has the chance to get a hat-trick, so I'm going to put Gay on there. Just because Marco has the chance for a hat-trick. And it's nice to see that he's finally getting some goals in and finally performing with some level of, you know, proper intensity to him, some level of proper, you know, engagement. What? That's grand. Sorry, thought something went wrong there for a minute. Nope, everything seems fine. I believe, as we know, Inter will set up very defensive and PSG attacking, but no, we'll get nowhere. 1-1 scrapped, winning streak. Maybe. I wouldn't be betting on Donnarumma to have a bad performance in penalties tonight, I'll tell you that. But anything can happen. Anything can happen, I'll tell you that. How long are you injured? 12 days isn't too bad, so that's not too bad. So I love how that went up by 6 million quid because he scored 2 goals. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to a penalty shootout. I wouldn't be putting my money on Donnarumma to have a bad performance. It's not to say that he won't end up having a bad performance on it, or that he'll have a good performance and Inter will be able to outlast him in order to have a good performance on it. I'm just saying that I'm not expecting it to go to penalties. An improved deal? What type of improved deal? How much do you want? That's astonishingly funny. I don't think give it to him. He's a fan. I mean, that's very funny. Make sure you end after rating this time. I mean, I always end up waiting a bit, Todges. I don't know if you're meant to, but I always end up waiting a bit before raiding. I just normally end up going on to this end screen here. Just this time I didn't bother doing that because I'm a twit. But I always end up waiting a bit just to let it flow over in case anyone comes over to the stream and go over to the raided point. I don't know whether or not that's the right thing to do, but that's what I pretty much always do that. Fine. Piss off giving him 100k. It's not that good, no. He's not that good yet. If he improved a good bit, then I would. You know what you can do, Skull, with that suggestion? Do you know what you can do with the suggestion to give him 100k?
Off is a direction you can fuck.
Ah, okay, then in that case, I'll just finish it straight away. But thank you so much for letting me know. How are things with yourself anyway, Todges? Is your Saturday treating you good? Are you up to much? Is the crack at 90? I mean, screw him, he was a fat child anyway. Anyway, the advertisements are happening now, so we'll just wait for the advertisements to go and then we continue on then. Been cleaning bearings and baking skates. What are skates when you're baking them? Baking skates. S-K-A-T-E-S. What are skates when you're baking them? I've never heard that. Is that just something, is that just another version of a scone or something like that? I've never heard of skates. What are they? Similar to footballers putting boots in boiling water. Oh, makes the material less stiff so it fits around the foot better. Ah, okay. That's interesting. Huh. So it's basically lubricant for football boots. It's basically lubricant for football boots, so not too bad. That makes more sense. Well, do you know what? Skull? That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. You're right. His wife can't end up purchasing those two Gucci bags now. But you know what his wife can end up doing? What his wife can end up doing? His wife can do this. I know, I'm just have to realize it now. I'm arguing over the stupidest crack in the world. I really am being. I'm going to add more of them at some point in time, just for contextual points of view. I'll have you know, John Chenna is still happily married to Santina Morella. But how long are you at that anyway? Yeah, is that the whole day type thing, Todgers, or is that just something you're doing in the meantime, or what's the situation happening there with that? Will you be streaming today yourself? Ooh, okay, a couple of these. Yeah, I have no idea if that makes sense why he has no interest. I hate this player with a passion. God, he's still good for 30, but he ain't worth it. Myself? I mean, I don't know yet. I honestly don't know what my plan is yet for the evening. I'm not opposed to the idea, but I might go up to the local and just watch it there. But we'll see. Taking it easy, anyways. Might stream tomorrow, but other than that, I've got no interest in streaming at all. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But it's understandable as well. You can end up just losing the energy for it. You do need the right mentality to end up having it. Every now and again, I just feel dead as a doornail until I start. And then, even if I'm not talking to anyone, just here, talking, enjoying playing the game, ends up allowing me to end up doing it. I'm happy. I'm lucky in the fact that I just genuinely love games. So I'd be sat here talking to myself like a raving lunatic. Anyways, even if I wasn't streaming. So if I can bring one person even a modicum of enjoyment from my absolute cosmic effluvia, my diarrhea of the mouth and constipation of the brain, I'm happy to do it. I mean, I don't blame you. Everyone has their own feelings to it. It's one of the reasons why I don't like mentioning other streamers, but it's one of the reasons why the Angry Ginge went on a big ass rant about games, because there isn't many good multiplayer games out there at the moment. With that being said, though, you do have the likes of Dark and Darker, which just recently had a bit of an expansion, and Enshrouded. So there are a couple of options if you're willing to actually bother to do them and have the compatriots to do it as well. I am Todgers. I am a massive fan of single-player games because I don't really have a choice. Because unfortunately for me, unlike all of you social ne'er-do-wells, all of you social delinquents, all of you human pieces of excrement, I don't have any compatriots to play with. That's the reason why I came in and smoked 90% of your arseholes in the Streamer League when I was there. Until you ended up taking Michael Owens from me. How dare you say that? Oh, I mean, that's fair. That's a fair statement, Z. That's a fair statement. I apologize. You are like me. You're an unsocialite. You're an unsocialite. You're an introvert. Yeah. But I actually have been described as an extroverted introvert, which I love that so bloody much, to be described as an extroverted introvert. As someone that is incredibly introverted until they end up getting into a social dynamic that they're used to, at which point then they just become an extrovert. And that's unfortunately me. I'm extroverted until I end up creating a community or joining a community, and then unfortunately I just blather into a fucking extrovert, which pisses off the introverts that I'm talking to, which means that I'm the worst of both worlds. No bother, Skull. Thank you so much for coming in. It was a pleasure to have you. Remember that it is always true that I am, of course, this. Make sure that your night is brilliant. Schlongafol, and as always, Pug Mahone. Senior Ducky Poo, what's a crack-a-lackin', my friend? Specifically this one, Z, or all of them? Like, if you were to wrap up all of your FM games, how many hours do you think you have? And how far are you off, Skull?
One more thing!
One more thing? Which one is limited? None of them are meant to be limited. There is one that's meant to be limited, but none of them are meant to be limited. Oh, okay. I have no idea why that's limited. It's not meant to be. As a result of that, I'll do it for you. Because it's genuinely not meant to be limited. And I'll go and I'll try and figure out why it was limited. So I'll play it for you now. To be fair. And then I'll look at the back and figure out why it was limited. Because it's not meant to be the case. So I'll fix that for the next one. And since you've actually started this, Z, how have you found it? Have you enjoyed it? I'm doing dandy. I had a Gaim session today. I had a session in the Gaim. And I'll bring out my numbers. Because I might as well be a complete... I might as well be a... Sorry. I might as well be a complete arsehole. So bear with me now, and I shall tell you my numbers, because I am an arsehole. I did 150 kg for 5. I did 155 kg for 5, and I done 160 kg for 5 in a deadlift. I done 3x20 on the leg extensions at 64 kg. 3x20 at the leg curls at 43 kg. I done the smasher, which is the long man's walk with dumbbells. The vertical row machine, and then kettlebell swings and X weights. So I ended up having a fabulous time in the game. You hate the game, and yet you have 1,500 hours in it. I mean, that's a dedication to your hatred. I'll tell you that, Z. That's a dedication to your hatred right there. Understandable level of hatred, that. I mean, I can't really say anything. I've played loads of games that I've despised and absolutely love them, and have monstrous hours in them. I think I hated WWE 2K20, but I have hundreds of hours in that game. I wish I could actually see what my hours are. Where do I see that? Profile. It's a profile? So I have... How do I see my games? Here. I think if I go onto this, I can see... So I have, in playtime, 683 hours in The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, 469 hours in FM21, 442 hours in 22, 400 hours in 19, 300 hours in 2K19, 300 hours in Persona 4, because I'm an idiot and left the game on too much, 300 hours in FM, or in WWE 2K18, and 200 hours in Spelunky. Yeah. An awful lot of that is overflowing because I keep the games open too long and do this shit. So, yeah. I'm interested to see what they're going to do in 26. It sounds, by the studio's liking, that they're going to make a couple of changes and make the game actually good now. So we'll see what ends up happening there, where they're going to make a couple of changes to the game and see what ends up happening. I am insanely doubtful about that they're going to actually bother their arse. But we shall see. But the new one, like 25 is effectively 24. The big changes are in the GM mode and a couple of other little bits and bobs. So it's very, very similar. And I hate that. I refuse to give that the fucking light of day when you're that lazy. It's the reason why the crap they're saying they're going to do for Football Manager isn't good. I don't know. I don't know if FM26 is going to have Football Manager, and I don't even know if FM26 is going to come out. I had a big rant about it in my Discord channel. I legitimately think, and still think, and the evidence is starting to prove that this could be the case, that Sports Interactive might have been silently closed. And the reason I say that now is because Sega are releasing a brand new Football Manager simulation powered by the engines that Sports Interactive ended up doing, and it's a Chinese game. And Sports Interactive haven't announced it. Sports Interactive didn't share it, and it seems a bit odd. So I genuinely think there might be a chance that Sports Interactive is gone. I've been saying it since they cancelled FM25 that I figured there'd be a chance that Sports Interactive would get closed. I genuinely think, until I hear from Sports Interactive, that the studio might have been closed silently, and Sega haven't said anything because they don't want the backlash from it. And Sega will just release an FM from a different company and hope that it's good enough, and not call Football Manager, call something entirely different, and will hope that it'll end up pushing everyone over, that there won't be a backlash by it. I genuinely think that might be the case. But I've been saying that since FM25 was cancelled. Now, everyone thinks I'm daft for it, and I might be daft for it, but I genuinely think they might have closed the studio. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's usual for that type of shit to happen. Normally, the advertisement period for games is within 6 months of their release. Now, if you wanted it in August, you'd want to start talking about it now. But I still think there's a high chance Sports Interactive is being sued by the Premier League and nobody knows about it. Because the game that we were on about there, that Up ended up pointing out to us when I ended up having my rant, is has the Man City license in it, and that's the thing that's scary about it. Because it has the Man City license in it, it could legitimately be a problem. So, like, Sega Football Club Champions 25 is the game that is being discussed there. Now, it's a free-to-play game, and as a result of which, it's a game they'd be able to monetize a hell of a lot more. So, it's this. Give me 1 second and I'll show it to you. So, it's this. It's this here, if you can see it. Tell me if you can't see it. You should be able to see it. Yeah, so this here. Ignore all the ads and the whole lot. Sega Football Club Champions is a free-to-play game powered by Football Manager, latest installment of Sega's long-running Japan-only series, Sakaku. But this is being released, like, everywhere. And it has the Manchester City license put into it, which is taken away from Football Manager. So maybe this is a sign that Sports Interactive is still alive. I would be assuming that maybe it's a sign that the Sports Interactive information was all taken from the Sataku team, and they're the ones that are working on this, and that this is ultimately what's going to end up causing and this is ultimately what's going to end up causing FM not to end up coming around. Like, if you listen to this.
1909年日本のサッカーファンに衝撃が走る。既存のサッカーゲームの常識を覆し、サッカークラブ経営をシミュレーションする新たなサッカーゲームがセガから誕生した。プロサッカークラブを作ろう。 ホームタウンに自分だけのクラブを築き、育成、戦略、経営、頭脳を駆使して成り上がる圧倒的なやり込み要素。
Ironically, it looks fairly cool.
30年にわたりシリーズを重ねるたび新たな驚きと感動をもたらし、サッカーシミュレーションゲームの可能性を開拓し続けた。
I mean, you would do that too, to be fair.
2025年、その伝説的なサッカーシミュレーションゲームの最新作がついに登場。ローカルから世界の頂点へ、プロサッカークラブを作ろう2025、カミングスーン。事前登録受付中。
Is that enough for FM to be gone? Who knows? Who knows? But I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me. I'm of the same vein. I don't think it's enough. But the fact that they're saying that it's powered by Football Manager concerns me quite a lot. But again, who knows? As for your question there, Todgers, it was Opera GX. I was using Opera GX as the browser. So we'll see what ends up happening with it. I just wouldn't be shocked if they went with that instead and just released the Japanese version of the game they already have out. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but we'll see. It wouldn't shock me, is what I'm saying. Opera has auto ad blocker in it. Like the Opera series has auto ad blocker in it. And yeah, for most things, like anyway, we'll go into this game and we'll see how we do. Wish us a bit of luck. Continue the run with 4th place Vigo against us now. We should end up doing good against them. That's the hope, anyway. I mean, we've our strongest back line and the whole lot in this. We have our top goal scorer in it, even though Marco had good performances in the last few games. You know what? I'm actually going to wait a minute. And I'm going to do this. I'll give you 2 minutes and then I'll start the actual game itself. Will Enric end up scoring? Our striker up there. Will Enric end up scoring before half-time? And yes, he'll end up scoring with a regular goal. No, he won't, but he will, but it'll be a penalty. And that means that if he scores by a penalty, it won't count for the S. Just to be fair to all of those that said no. So I'll give that a couple of minutes and then I'll continue on there. Ooh. Don't know who you are. You're really young. Were you a player? Oh, you are? Okay, interesting. You played most of your career with PSG. Interesting. Well, in this, anyway. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see some of the players when they're coming in. Yeah, Ugarte with his big head, yeah. Ugarte does look like he's about to kill someone. He looks like he's from the south end of Yorkshire, about to go and wallop someone's off. I'm going to get rid of that channel point until I get it fixed. I swear. That's 18 times you've clicked that and I haven't fixed it. Okay, in we go, and let's see how things end up going. Can Enric end up scoring? Can he end up doing what he has done in pretty much every game he's been in this season? Can he score before halftime? Thanks, Todgers. You literally just heard me complain about it. Thank you so much. This is what you can do, Todgers.
Off is the direction you can fuck.
Yeah, but I haven't had time. I've been streaming too much. Oh, Warren Emery almost ended up getting the goal there. I should end up editing that and end up bleeping it out. Oh, Bellingham with it. What a mistake. What a mistake. Look at that. Bellingham getting the easiest goal he'll ever get in his life. Oh my God. Ortega straight to the goalkeeper, and then the goalkeeper straight into the chest of Bellingham. He'll never get an easier goal than that. Ever. Vinny to Warren to Lebre. Ugarte. God, Ugarte, you have to do better than that. Yeah, I know it is kind of a joke, to be honest. I really do have to sit down and try and get that and watch time working again. I just literally haven't had time. It's probably something I should have done yesterday evening, but you know, hindsight is a wonderful thing. Enric! Oh, Warren trying to take the ball off of Enric. Warren trying to screw ye. Gale now. Up he goes. Setter. Nice. What's 16? I'm a bit lost on that one, Duck. Who's 69? Is that one of my players or is that one of their players? You bit Vinny. Ooh. Their goalkeeper's having a good performance, I'll tell you that. Enric isn't, which is really, really funny. Enric's not performing good at all. That's really funny. It's genuinely really, really funny that Enric's having a bad performance. Ooh, big game too. Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona down there. Typically, I'm using StreamerBot for most of them. Enric! He scored the goal. Oh, is it offside? Is it offside? No! The goal has been given. I can already give the prediction. Fair play to those of you that said yes. Fair play. Let's look. C. Robbo, you got your points back. Duck God of Quack, also known as Dodo God of Existence. My friend, I am sorry, but the goal has been scored, and it was a regular one. So, predictions done there. What do you end up using when you end up going live, Todgers? I know there's more stuff I need to end up doing. I've been doing Stream Elements does my watch time. I have Stream Elements up for my watch time, but it's not working. Weirdly enough, Stream Elements is connected up for my watch time, and StreamerBot doesn't have watch time set up. I don't have my own independent watch time set up for it. It's just not working for some weird reason, so I need to figure out why. What a goal by Warren. What a goal by Warren. Like, there's loads of little stuff that isn't working properly for me. There's a new system I'm trying to put in place, which should let you know when the advertisements are up. It looks like this, but I can't get it to work yet. It's just not bringing the advertisements up for me. So, you know, there's loads of little stuff that I'm trying to figure out that should be working but aren't working. It's just wonderful. To warn all of you that the advertisements are coming, which is in about 1 minute, by the way. But, what a horrible goal to let in. Ah, offside. Let's see how tight that is. Yeah, it's a good bit off. Oh, Enric got 2. Never mind 1. Enric got 2 goals before halftime. Phenomenal player, Enric. Insane player, Enric. Absolute insane. There you go. I've given you mod there, my friend. For a bit, anyway. Like, at the moment, I have it set. For some reason, if you go watch time, it just comes up with 0 seconds. I have no idea why. I can't figure out why. It's been the case since I started streaming. Been trying to figure it out. It's insanely annoying. It's meant to be user.time online, but it's just giving 0 seconds instead. It's the actual base command. I'm not doing anything different to it, but it's just consistently doing watch time instead. So what can you do about it? Yeah, like that. It's obviously been online, obviously been watching a bit, but it's just stuck at 0 seconds and I can't figure out why. It's insanely annoying. So I just had it off for the time being until I tried to figure out what was causing the bug. And it's the base watch time. Do you want me to get rid of the one that's there? Yeah, I'll get rid of the base one so you can try it and see if that'll work. I actually didn't even consider doing that. So the base one is off there. Try it now. I didn't even... dipshit here didn't even consider that. It's off. Why is that doing it? Maybe it won't add it because it is legitimately... Yeah, maybe it's because it's legitimately a... Yeah. Huh. That's the type of stuff that I need into figuring out. It's future Crack's problem. I won't worry about it now. But it's just annoying because it's just not working, you know? Like, it's off now, so like if I go like this, it won't show up. Thankfully, because it's off, you know? So... I'll try, later on, I'll try adding it as a custom command, make a little change to it and see if that ends up working. I'll take a copy of what you end up having there and see if it ends up working. But for now, unfortunately, it's just not working. Like, that's one of the easier ones. It's not that bad. It's just... Because that's what the code is. If I look at Stream Elements, that's what the code is. It's just not working on my system, because of course it isn't, because nothing works. But, you know, it makes me flip my head upside down. Anyway, I'll do that after the stream. But thanks for telling me, Todd. Just I wonder if Henrik is going to get his hat-trick. Significant chance he might. Fabio, yeah. You know, would Fabio and... would Raphael and Fabio be the most successful brothers in football? the two wing backs that United had. Like, because both of them played for the same team, obviously, but like both of them played at an extremely high level and won premierships and the whole lot. They'd probably be the most successful brothers in football, right? Where both of them have been as successful as each other, and both of them have been good. Like, obviously, Raphael was better than Fabio, but just in general, would they actually, now that I consider it, be the best? I mean, yeah. The Shermans are very good at the moment. Also, I'm shocked that none of them have gone over to the Premier League yet. Genuinely shocked. That's a signing I'm surprised hasn't happened. Supposedly at the moment, and again, this is where I don't believe most stories until they end up happening. Supposedly at the moment, United are trying to hijack the Sesko deal from Arsenal, which I think Sesko to Arsenal is a fantastic idea for Arsenal. Absolutely fantastic idea for Arsenal. I think at this point in time, what I would do is I'd offer Napoli Alejandro Garnacho with Victor Osimhen on loan for a year. If we can't sign him, that's what I would do. Considering he's gone, offer Napoli Alejandro Garnacho for 50 or 45 million quid and turn around and says, we'll do that so long as you give us Victor Osimhen on loan for a year. A win-win. Win-win for everyone. They want to get rid of Victor Osimhen. They're currently not going to be able to sell him. Or they might sell him. But they're currently not able to sell him. Send him on loan to us. We'll give you a fucking 5 million quid for the year in order to have him on loan. There you go. Bob's your uncle happy out. Win-win for everyone. I'd consider that. Myself. Maybe that's daft. Anyway, 5 subs because I forgot to do them earlier on. I mean, Sesko's a very good player. Very, very good player. We'll see what ends up happening with him. I think it's about time he moved from Leipzig, though. Oh, that has to be a goal. That's beautiful for Burke. That's unfortunate. That would have been a beautiful goal. I mean, he is a good bit offside, but, like... not too bad. What software did you end up using for that, Todges? I just put him on. Fuck it, he can limp around for a bit. The fucking irony. The irony. The irony that he gets injured straight away. 2 injuries. Both of them had lower leg injuries. You vicious bastards, Vigo. You vicious bastards. That's astonishing. That's actually astonishing. That looks like a bad injury too. He could be out for a while. Imagine if we had scored another goal with 1 man down due to injury and 1 player injured walking around on the pitch. That's astonishingly funny. They're going to score now, I'd say. No. Oh, no. I was going to say, there's no way. Anyway, that's a good result for us there. Even if we did get a bad injury there. Okay, so I'm going to do one last, because this is the last. I'm not doing another game now. I'm going to go on to the next game and build the squad for what we're doing for the next game. But I'm pretty much finishing up now. So I'll be done within the next 10 to 20 minutes just doing that crap. But I'll give you one more prediction before I do. Okay? Okay, and you get 2 minutes like the other ones, my friends. Here we go. Prediction for you. How long is Marco injured? How long is he injured, my friends? Is he injured from 1 to 5 days, 6 to 14 days, 15 days to 2 months, or is he injured above 3 months? How long is he injured? There's a chance for you to make easy channel points or lose a whopping amount of them. Oh, do you know the game code off by heart? Fair enough, do you? So go on, be exact to us, Todgers, if you've already seen the game code, and let everyone get free channel points. How long is it? "17 days. Okay. So for anyone that ends up wanting it, now is your chance to end up doing it. I mean, everyone gets points. That's how predictions works. Whoever ends up getting there gets the points that ends up happening there. It doesn't share the points. Seven seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Predictions are closed. So we've had 2 people come in with predictions. We have had Senior Ducky Poo with 69 points. And we've had Todgers who spent 2,000. And the answer to the question that we ask is, how long is Marco injured? 1 to 5 days, 6 to 14 days, 15 days to 2 months, or 3 months plus? The answer is 4 to 6 weeks. Which is 15 to 2 months. Still, I'm half tempted to say no to you, Todgers, since you turned around and said that it was 17 days. But it is, in fact, 15 days to 2 months. So fair play to you on that one, my friend. In a state of sheer irony, too, it puts him out for nearly until the transfer window, too. Oh, Barcelona got the win over Atletico too. The joys of that. Barcelona are still on my coattails. So hoping Atletico might get the win. Barcelona's still on the same points as me, but thankfully we have a better goal difference as of this moment in time. We need to ensure that that remains the same. I don't care, happy out. But we go into Copenhagen game that when we end up coming back the next time. He is playing. Fine, I'm just declining him. Screw it, can't be arsed. He literally is playing. I mean, the fact that he's complaining about that when he was literally in the starting squad of the last game, like, he literally is playing. Just go away. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that he literally is the best person, almost the best person in the world in that position, I'd almost be tempted to sell him. Well, hopefully he comes back and ends up scoring goals for us. He's one of our striking positions that could end up replacing Marco. Anyway, I'm ending this press conference. Screw them. Asking stupid questions. Anyway, scouting. Ooh, you're interesting. Might end up going in for you. Okay, and now we have Copenhagen for the next game. I'm not surprised. I'm actually not. I'm actually very surprised that they think that we'll end up winning this game against a completely inferior opposition. God, that is a really long loan list, by the way. That's a bonkersly long loan list. Some of these should be getting more game time, though. I was expecting these guys to have more game times by now. I love how it's Everton's Marco Craic has won one Young Player of the Month. Two of my players are in the option. Yamar as well on loan for us. I do have to do a mass sale of a couple of players soon enough, so as well. Okay. We'll do the tactical settings for this game, and then I'll finish up. So we'll give Greece another go. This is how this team is. We'll go Hines, Sechi, and Martin Cora there. I'm actually half tempted not to play Vinny since he's whinging, but I will play him since he's whinging. And I know that's an oxymoron to play him because he's whinging when I don't want to play him because he's whinging. But I just can't be arsed dealing with him. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play him up front, and I'm going to put William here and give William the go on the side. And then we're going to go Edmund, Cora, Stefan, Lottie. And we'll go with that squad, and that's the squad we'll use the next time I end up starting. So, for everyone that's here on Twitch, just wait until afterwards. I'll send you off with a raid. But on everything else, genuinely, it was an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for coming into the stream. Thank you so much. Make sure your crack is 90. And as always, Schlangefol and Pog Mahone.